we are having some serious problem in West Africa and even the African continent and the world at large. And this problem is common to one set of people whom I refer to as Nigerians. There is this attitude of sense of entitlement and therefore impunity of being lawless, of breaking law. And this behavior is getting out of hand. And those involved in it, I call Nigerians, are even proud to be doing that all over the world. It is not giving us a choice other than to call our brothers to tell them we know what they are doing and it must stop. Nobody will stop it but us. I will not take your mind to experience of videos you see from South Africa, from Kenya, from Ethiopia, from Sri Lanka, even Vietnam. You see people in other people's country with weapon. Pakistan, what are they even doing in Pakistan that they want to fight for their right? They want to fight back far away. You should have taken visa to go there and the visa condition. But when we watch all these things, we sit down quietly and say, where is this self-confidence coming from? Overconfidence and confidence to be lawless. It's coming from inside Nigeria. And I want to quickly share a story with you. Forget about what's happening in Ghana. Somebody from somewhere said he now is going to be a king somewhere or tribal leader somewhere. Forget about all those things. Forget about the number of Nigerians that have now relocated to so many West African countries, and the only thing they are doing there is breaking the law, totally lawless. And they feel they are entitled and it is their birthright because they are the giant of Africa. Forget about that. Let us go inside Nigeria itself and look at what is happening for you to see that the problem is coming from inside Nigeria. Children born to believe they are Nigerians. You remember I told you the last time? Nigeria don't belong to Nigerians, but they are Nigerians. But Nigeria, and 99% of them don't even have any birth certificate. They don't have passport. They don't have anything. They forge and do everything to get away with anything. And being lawless today, people have been kidnapped, people have been this, people have been beaten, people are accidental. It is just out of order. That is not saying that across West Africa we don't have them too. We have West Africans that are equally lawless. But the pressure in Nigeria with the population of 170 million people, we need to wake up. Recently, I found myself watching a video, and the video has to do with airline services at the airport on a tarmac. The aeroplane was stationary, and there was this man who is a very popular musician called Ayinde Wasiu, and they call him what? Kwamwan. I like his music. He's a musician, and he's a very successful musician whom I believe deserves some respect and recognition. But something happened, and when I observed what happened, it was totally out of order. Not by him alone. It just gives you a bigger picture. The man said he has some liquid, and he's going to use the liquid into the airline, a private airline. And the airline officials told him that you can't go in with that liquid. It's not allowed. According to him, he does dehydrate, and his doctors recommended it. But he now had the water in his hand. We all know that you can get water in a plane, unless they tell us that in the aeroplane, they don't give people water. If he requests for it from the air hostess, or even if they are selling it, he is someone who can buy. He's insisting to go in with what he's holding. Whatever he's holding, it could be alcohol, it could be anything. They said no. So they locked the cabin so he couldn't go in. Down there, officials came to engage with him. That is airport security. And he refused to move. So he was standing in where the plane will go. They've shut the door, the pilot ready to go. And the pilot, the people were there, high-vis, trying to convince him to move. And the pilot moved the aeroplane. The lady moved the plane. The man have to jump off the way for his dear life. We saw it, and you say, wow. So the woman wanted to kill him. That's it. If he didn't jump, he would die. We all saw it. And you know the way they dress. That day, he wasn't wearing that big thing. He would have been torn into pieces. That is intentional effort to commit murder. The man was not standing at the tarmac alone. There were other people in Hy-Vee with him. You can't move an aeroplane while the man is there and the people are there. What should have been done? The security officers who couldn't move him in Hy-Vee, the next thing is to call for the police to come in quickly. And when the police come, if they can't remove him, the military should remove him, because he's not only a risk to himself, he's a risk to all the people in the plane, to the airport, to everyone. But this lady, now, so he was lucky, he would have been killed. Now, assuming the woman killed him, what would have been the case? Are we going to say tough? No, he jumped. You will have killed a human being, a Nigerian. Now, he was punished, although we heard him talking to the president that they should forget about and forget about his, whether he's a president or not. But who even recorded that and show people? He was there. We saw him with the phone talking to the president, telling people how powerful he is. So when you are powerful in Nigeria, you can get away with anything. That is what it implies. But put that aside. Put the issue of him jumping and everything. We even learned he's in Canada now. How he got there? Because the aviation authority have punished him, that he has been suspended from flying locally and international until the case is sorted out. Initially, they say 6 months. Now they say indefinite. But the man is in Canada now. We heard. It's true. It's not. I don't know. Drop that. What kind of a pilot move a plane with people on the tarmac? Who gave her the green light to move? Is she moving the plane by her audacity? The same law the man down there broke is the same law she has broken. It's law. It's not about morality. The law everywhere says you cannot move an object that will endanger somebody's life intentionally. You can't. So if the plane didn't move and the life of this man was saved, what will have been lost? People who are traveling to go and do their business? Aeroplane is fly by human being. It's not fly by machine. It's not fly by animals. Did she make the decision on her own, or she received instruction from a superior officer to move the plane? Because as a pilot, she will have gone through the law. Health and safety is part of law. And read it that you can't even move a bicycle, a motorbike, when someone is standing in front of you, if you can't stop it. She has all the time. The traffic light says, go when it's green and it's clear. Yeah, go. Green means go when it is clear, not just go. Red means stop. In her own profession, the woman whose name I couldn't have time to go and check and use here committed a serious blunder. She professionally destroyed her career. Investigation must be carried out. If there's a superior officer, he must be punished for instructing her to move. The man could have been removed by force. Wasiu can be removed easily. They bundle him off. Laws is not working. So everyone now is taking the law into their hand. It's now in Canada. I learned this performing in Canada. We had a man like this calling, of course, the president. These are people who help the president to win election, right? But when we are hearing that even the case has been made a foolish case, and then there is a problem. You see, power is only for doing good. Power is not there for us to do bad. The woman holding the plane has got power to move the plane. The power of the law. She didn't become a pilot because she's the best person. She became a pilot because she went through the training, the everything the law specified. She became a pilot to be a lawful person. A lawful person licensed to move an object is like a lawful person allowed to hold a gun. There was no threat to her life by what happened. She has all the time, all the space, because the plane is stationary. And she wanted to kill, because it's an attempt to commit murder. That is what she did. You cannot move the object. In Britain, a child was going to school. He needed a bus pass. He forgot it at home. They used to give it, and it's free. And the bus drivers have been instructed when the children are coming, they should show their bus pass, just to a kind of training for them to understand they need to learn to be responsible. This black child came, went to the bus. We were sitting in the bus, and he came without a bus pass. And the driver said he will not be allowed to enter the bus. And he said no, he will enter the bus. A small boy, not up to 9 years. The boy went to stand in front of the bus, and he said the bus is not moving. All of us have to leave there after sitting down for an hour. The bus did not move. The driver, like this pilot, should have crashed him. No. The police came, the ambulance came, the fire service came. They went to bring the mother of this boy to come and talk to him to remove him with the police, and they removed him from there. Nobody, the bus didn't move. This is the dignity of the law, and this is the dignity of man. And 70-something-year-old man or 60-something-year-old man, you just want to kill him because he's stupid. Oh, so if my son is, if that woman, her husband or her father is standing on the tarmac and say the plane is not moving, the woman will crash her own father because what? She has the power to do so. Where law fails to work, honestly, it becomes the survival of the fittest. And we can't continue with this at all. We can't. The law work, it must work for everyone, weak, small, big, or strong. When did you hear David Beckham holding people to ransom? He has a whole football team in America. They don't. When you are rich, riches come with power. But that power is not the power of impunity. You need to understand no one must be above the law. And if we don't get these Nigerians in check, because one man done something is a reflection of their behavior. And I'm not talking about one. It's just everywhere. Everywhere you will see these people. But where law works, they're quiet. You can't hear them making a mess of themselves. Anywhere in Europe, anywhere in Britain, you can't see them. Australia, they don't. Nigerians are there. In the United States, they don't. Why are these people holding everyone to ransom in West Africa? The ECOWAS law.